What's going on, folks? Hope you're well. Mirar are back with a new song called The Dream of a Ridiculous Man. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Mirar, then I suggest you lock in, because this is by no stretch of the imagination an easy listening experience. These guys are a two-piece that blew up last year with a lot of help from Nick Nocturnal, who was really pushing these guys. I'd heard a few of their songs prior to last year, and out of the context of like albums and EPs, it's a bit abrasive. But I think last year, or this year I should say, because they released an album on the 1st of January, it started to click with me a little bit more. I think these guys definitely shine in long formats, as in like albums, EPs, because they create such a unique sound and such an atmosphere that I feel like you need a bit more than like 4 minutes of a single to really like get into the mood. Also, one thing that's kind of bugging me about this is that they didn't just release this on the 1st of January. It would be kind of cool to have a situation where Mirar just become known for being that band that drops projects on the 1st of January. Because obviously it was like the first day of the year was off to an absolute ridiculous start with Mirar dropping an entire album, their debut album, on the 1st of January. So they're so close to it being January again. It was like, if they had just waited on until that, because then at every January from this point onwards, everyone would be anticipating a new Mirar drop. Maybe we'll still get an album, I don't know. They say in the description that there is music coming. They said, hi everyone, we'll be back soon with new music. We hope you like it. Thanks for listening to the album Ascension and for all your positive feedback. So, men of very few words, apparently, but they've got a lot of fucking ridiculous music and fun songs across their very small discography so far. So I look forward to checking out, hopefully, some more. The Dream of a Ridiculous Man. Let's go. Okay. That intro already tells me that this is part of a bigger project, with the kind of impact just leading out on the tail end of it. You could hear that. It sounds like it's impacting from a different song. Just a hunch straight away. Creepy riser. Jesus Christ. Kind of reminds me of Igor a little bit. It's like a more unhinged version of Igor, darker version. It's gonna be jump scare. This is gonna be the worst jump scare. What an odd first single back already. Oh my. I'm gonna have a fucking anxiety attack here. This is fucking dubstep at this point, like. It's like sampled metal music is like where we're at. It's absolutely huge sounding. Musically questionable, but massive nonetheless. Very questionable musically. I mean, of course, anytime a band has like a really cult niche following, it's always a risky one getting involved with commentary around the band or the project, because it's so niche that most people don't know or care about it, so they won't watch the video. But it's also such a cult fan base that those people will flock to the videos in massive numbers. And then it becomes this kind of like one-sided conversation of like, no, this is the best thing, this is peak. So I will try and offer some level of nuance to a conversation about this, because on one hand, I love the sporadic insanity of what this is. And I know that I've been here before with this band where I've listened to some of their songs on stream and I've just been like, what was that? Like, we're actually gone beyond music at this point where, yes, technically it's artistic and it's musical. And I guess it's like an artistic vision board that I'm listening to, because it's the dream of a ridiculous man. And if I put myself in that position of like maybe thinking of what the artists were thinking of when writing this, like, I mean, if we look at the artwork, it does kind of match up with the soundscapes overall, but it is very much that for me, especially with like a kind of minute long heartbeat section in the middle of a like 4.5 minute long song. It is almost like cinemascapes at this point as opposed to music for me. Now, again, there is moments where it does kind of find a slow trudging along rhythm, but it's not enough for me to like want to return to this as a single. And that is where I come back to the conversation about Mirar in context of a full-length project where they have more time to elaborate on some of these ridiculously unique and wacky, I guess, musical theories that they clearly have. Like, I mean, this is, I call it like, I think the title of my reaction to Ascension, their last album, or their first album, which they dropped at the start of this year, was revolutionary, but is it good? And it's kind of the same thing. I mean, they are, I guess, expanding on the sound that has been like very prominent in modern metal for many years now with like Thal music, I guess. It does have elements that remind me of Viljarta. And it is similar to Viljarta in the sense that Viljarta's album that they dropped this year, although very ridiculous and again, like forward thinking, musically doesn't do that much for me unless they kind of find some pockets of groove. All of the crazy sporadic notes and all of the kind of droney sounds that just seemingly continue to spin around your head for the entire song get a little bit old to me quite quickly. And that is what I've maybe fallen out of love for like Thal music a little bit over the past couple of years, because I feel like it's more about like this atmosphere as opposed to making something that makes you want to bang your head to. However, in saying that, when Mirar do lean into that world of groove, they are fantastic at doing it. And that was kind of what I was hoping for a little bit with this. But then again, I feel like their singles in the past haven't been the best songs from the albums that we've seen, or the album that we've seen. Like, I mean, when I listened to the full album, there was some ridiculous moments of groove. There was like hardstyle moments in there. So they have a really, really unique sound. And I believe all of the sounds that you're hearing are all made by guitar. Like, there's no synth work or anything like that. So it's very creative in that sense. But musically, this is a rough sell for me. Like, I don't know if I want to go back to this, other than like maybe I'm creating some cinematic style video where the music just matches it, but like musically just like listen to it and enjoy it as I would normally with like just wanting to listen to something in the background or whatever. It's very intense. But look, different strokes for different blokes. As I always say, there's always going to be a time and place for something like this. Look, don't get me wrong, it sounds great, it sounds incredible. I've only figured out the Spotify lossless thing. I didn't realize that all this time I would have been able to do it, and I just haven't been using it. So it sounded immaculate in terms of the overall like cinematic like soundscapes that are happening, but like just musically is a rough sell right now. But look, new project, I'm so excited to check that out whenever it comes out. whether it be another album or an EP. Kind of wish again that they made the drop on the 1st of January just to kind of make it a thing. You know, the start of the new year, we can just have our minds blown by Mirar. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, guys. Again, like I said, there's usually like a lot of people that come to the video that are like massive fans of like a niche project, and it can be hard to get an idea of whether or not people actually love this or they hate it or whatever it is. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, let me know as well. Leave a like in the video if you would not mind, it'd be great. And subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.